Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey! It's the weekend. I hope all is well with you. I certainly hope you're not too downtrodden or corrupted by this modern world that we live in, and I hope all is treating you well. Um, I'm very excited about this video. I'm very excited about the topic of this video. It's something I've been looking forward to all this year, since it was first announced, at least. So, I'm just gonna get right into it. It is Star Wars #1 by Marvel, written by the great John Aaron. Is it John Aaron? Jason Aaron. John Aaron is from Game of Thrones. Yeah. Alright. Jason Aaron, John Cassidy, and Laura Martin. Yeah. That threw me a bit for a minute there. Okay, yes, so this, the writing was sort of on the wall for this for a long time. Disney bought Marvel back in 2011, and then a year or two later they bought LucasArts, so everyone kind of figured, okay, Marvel's going to start doing Star Wars comics again. Good stuff. So this is happening, and this is great. It's pretty awesome. Words can't really describe it, but they're going to have to, so because it's a video. It's just outstanding. It's there's a lot of fanfare about this. It's already sold 1 million copies in its first week. Or well, it's not even a week. It's only been a couple of days. It's only sold 1 million copies. The second printings are on track to sell 200,000, which is still outstanding, man. So that's good. That's a massive boom. I mean, the hype for this is almost as big as the hype for Episode 7. So, I mean, holy shit, man. The force is with these guys, definitely. Marvel seems to know what they're doing with this. They're like, okay, this is Star Wars. We can't fuck this up. There's no two ways about it. So they've brought on some excellent creators. Jason Aaron, he's a guy who, kind of like Jeff Johns over at DC, he'll come on to a book, and all of a sudden his take on that character will be everybody's favorite take on that character since the character was created. He did a fantastic run on Wolverine with a nice little trilogy there that you should pick up. Wolverine Goes to Hell, where Wolverine goes to hell, Wolverine versus the X-Men, and then Wolverine's Revenge. If you can hunt them out, those are outstanding. He did a run on Ghost Rider way back when. That was all about Ghost Rider trying to defeat the devil on Earth by claiming 666 possessed bodies. He did Thor. He did a run on Thor. His run on Thor, he's still doing a run on Thor. He was the guy who decided Thor should be a girl. And it's, if you've read some of that, it ain't bad. Prior to that, he did these two brilliant books, these two brilliant series called Thor God Butcher, and then Thor God Bomb. Oh my god, those are, that's, like I said, this guy will come onto a book and he'll just revolutionize it. So his name attached to this already got me pretty excited. Then they've got John Cassaday, who's a guy who he's most famous for working with Joss the Boss Whedon on Astonishing X-Men. He did that about 10 years ago or so. Pre-Avengers, post-Buffy, Joss came on to do an X-Men run. He did like 4 volumes of an X-Men with an overarching story. And it's widely considered to be one of the best volumes of the entire X-Men franchise. It's so good. There's a lot of humor, a lot of color, a lot of Whedonisms, and they've got Cassaday on that doing just the best art, and that's why they brought him back onto this, because he's so good at drawing faces. The likenesses, you can tell by the cover alone, the likenesses are just, it's chilling, it's brilliant. And then they've got Laura Martin, who's a popular Marvel colorist. She does a lot of work. She's currently working on the Avengers titles. She did some stuff on Secret Invasion. They keep her busy. She's doing well, and she did a good job on this. So I mean, look at that. Look at the front cover alone. That's like a poster. I would mount this on a wall, but I love this too much. I've read this cover to cover. I've got the digital copy, and that's the joy of it. You get the real comic, you get the brick and mortar comic, and then you get the digital copy, and then it comes alive like a motion comic. It's the best. So I'm just going to dive right into it, literally, because there's only one way a Marvel Star Wars comic can begin. There's only one way you start a Star Wars comic. followed by yeah, they go epic. I mean, you didn't need me singing that. You could hear it in your head anyway. The second you open this, they're like, okay, they're doing this right. It starts off with the crawl. They continue with the crawl, and then credits down there. It's just they're going big, or they're going home, and they're going big. There's even a little callback to the start of A New Hope with the belly of the ship and all that. Yeah, I'll give you a quick sort of plot summary of the first issue itself. There's an ambassador envoy ship coming to this Imperial moon, which the Empire owns for like industrial purposes, keeps people there, and they build AT-ATs, TIE fighters, Star Destroyers. They build armaments and weapons supplies for the Empire. And there's an envoy coming from Jabba the Hutt, so that they can ensure that as long as they supply resources and supplies to the Empire, then they will look the other way to their nefarious and illicit, illegal goings on. The ambassador turns out to be Han Solo plus R2 plus 2 people who are definitely not pig guards and are in disguise. Work it out. Again, the likeness is just that's unreal. Come on. I have heard some people complaining about the likeness and how they were drawing them like the movie actors, and honestly, why? Why complain about that? It's not like they've drawn Peter Parker to look like Tobey Maguire. They've ditched the expanded universe, much to the chagrin of some fans, but it's okay. This is set between A New Hope and Empire. They're acting like A New Hope is all that happened. They're not acknowledging the Clone Wars. They're not acknowledging the expanded universe or anything like that. They're just treating A New Hope happened, and that was the beginning of all of this. Because it was, for many people, for as far as anyone's concerned. There's a couple of callbacks. There's a great bit when Luke is confronting a jailer, and he goes, "These are not the slaves you're looking for." And I'm like, that's... And the guy's like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, it was worth a shot." So nice little shout-outs, nice little callbacks, plenty of times. You think it's going to be very Han-centric, because number one, Han's the man, but number two, it does feel like he gets the lion's share of a lot of the best dialogue. But no, everyone sort of gets their moment to shine. Leia gets some cool parts. Luke gets a number of great parts, man. We see Chewbacca as a sniper. Like, let me get you a Chewbacca sniper real fast. There you go. Yeah, Sniper Chewie. He's just on. As long as he doesn't growl too loudly, he's on board. Minor spoilers. Vader shows up in a big bad way, and fuck yeah, man, he's awesome. There's a bit when he realizes that Sniper Chewie's out there, and Sniper Chewie takes a shot. He deflects the incoming blaster fire with his lightsaber, and then with the Force lifts up some stormtroopers and throws them together to make a human-ish shield. Without a thought. That's why he's the fucking boss. That's why he is the original and the best Dark Lord of the Sith. Come at me, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Everything is top notch here. The writing is great. It's a 5-star issue. I don't do much in terms of ratings on my videos, but I picked this up out of curiosity. I added it to my pull list, and I'm so glad I did. I will be coming back next month. They're doing it right, man. They're doing it right. People who are bitching about Disney buying LucasArts, well, we wouldn't have this if they didn't do that, and that's all right with me. I mean, they're doing it right. You get a little preview of the. It's not just this. They're going to do some more series based on Star Wars, primarily based on the characters. So there's a Darth Vader series coming up, written by Kieran Gillen, an English writer who's done some work on Thor and X-Men a few bit. Here he is in Jabba's palace. Make of that what you will. And then there's the legendary Mark Waid is teaming up with Terry Dodson to make a Princess Leia ongoing. So there's that. So that's happening. So yeah, man, just It's so weird. It's not like there were never any Star Wars comics before, so part of me couldn't understand the fanfare. But then it's just it's great. I could gush about this all day. I won't, but I could. Oh man! So I will be coming back next month, as I said, for issue 2. If you're into Star Wars but you're not big into comics and you just happen to come by or pass by it, go for it, man. Or even go on Comixology, get it cheaper there. You'll get the motion comic experience. But for me, I'm sticking to the old brick and mortar paper. Get the digital and then keep this good, because if I could ever get this signed by Jason Aaron or whoever, I'll be happy. I'll be a happy man. So yeah, that was my little video on this. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, like, view, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, send the ravens, like the beacon, send the owls, but not the Hufflepuff, because we don't care for their type. I've been Ryan. This has been Star Wars #1.